Creators, if you want to have a successful online business in 2025 that works for you, not against you, you need the right model. You need the right vehicle. Now look, don't get me wrong. I was in that trap myself of like looking at all of these different gurus that told me to start and sell a course, start a Shopify, all of that. And believe me, I tried all of these different business models. But what I found is that there is a secret thing, a secret business model that gives you the most leverage. And most importantly, it allows you to be yourself and build a business around the things that you love. And what I'm talking about here is becoming a value creator, or as we like to call it in my community, an unlocked creator. A person that values freedom on top of everything else, a person that is intentional, focused with their business, and most importantly, relies on systems and not on luck. Now, a value creator or an unlocked creator provides the value to their niche, meaning they take what they learned in their own journey and they really educate their audience. And they develop such a deep connection with their audience that people literally line up to work with them. Therefore, an unlocked creator is really a guide, a mentor for people, and a pillar of value that people could go to in that particular niche. And why is this the best model? Well, it's the best because you don't need to rely on any kind of platform, on any kind of algorithm. You don't need to waste thousands of dollars on advertising. And you don't need to keep up with any sort of trend. Why? Because you're going to build this business around yourself, around the things that you love. So in this video, I'm gonna give you everything you need to start your coaching business, become an unlocked creator, and scale to $10,000 plus per month, all without relying on funnels, without relying on sales calls, or any kind of weird tactic. So let's dive in. Okay, so this is how to start a coaching business in 2025. This is your $10,000 per month blueprint. So first of all, guys, you gotta ask, with this business model, is this for me? Is this something that I could actually do? And first of all, I would say no, it's not for you if you love wasting your time sending hundreds of calls of DMs, right? It's not for you if you want a complicated business with low profits. It's not for you if you don't want to actually make an impact, right? So if you want a quick cash grab, click off the video. This is definitely not for you. If you hate social media, not for you. If you hate helping people and working with people, I wouldn't say this is for you. However, on the other side, this is perfect for you if you value freedom over everything else, if you want a simple, profitable business, and if you're an ambitious coach or consultant who actually wants to make an impact. So this is what we're going to focus on with this business model. That's why this is so powerful. This is for you if you love simplicity and also if you love systems and AI. Because with this entire business model, we're relying on systems to automate as much of the work as possible, because after all, an unlocked creator values freedom, like I said. So it's all about the simplicity and all about the system so that we can actually be free and live our dream life. So I'm gonna walk you through the entire thing. Cool. So the old way of building a coaching business is broken, right? Most online coaches are trapped. Let me actually change the color on this. So most online coaches are actually trapped. They're slaves to their own business. And trust me, I've been there. That's a place you don't want to be. The only reason you want to build a business is because you want the freedom. So it's time to stop being a chaotic business owner because you want to become an unlocked creator. So the chaotic business owner is obviously chaotic and unintentional. This is like the dabbler, the person that tries 50 different things, like they're passionate about fitness, but they also love painting, they also love robots and video games. And so they try like 50 different things and nothing is working, right? A business owner that is super chaotic is usually doing multiple offers and promises. Now, This changed for some reason. There we go. Multiple offers and promises. Now, this means your clients will not have a clear outcome, and a chaotic business owner deals with nightmare clients and is relying on luck over systems. When I say nightmare clients, this is basically the type of people that are really annoying and they're always asking questions, they're always frustrated, but most importantly, they are non-believers, right? And this is your typical online business coach or chaotic business owner, as I like to call them. They deal with these nightmare clients. And in this video, I want to give you the blueprint to actually work with your soulmate clients. So let's look at the unlocked creator right now. An unlocked creator is focused and intentional. So let me draw this. It's focused and intentional. An unlocked creator has one clear offer and promise. Therefore, they have a clear outcome and roadmap for their clients. And they only work with soulmate clients and then rely on systems rather than luck. So this is the unlocked creator. If you're new here, by the way, I want to give you a quick rundown of my story so far and how I got here. I'm Andre. Up until 2022, I was an independent recording artist. I started out working as a freelancer in graphic design. I sold beats. I helped companies scale online, build websites. I did tons of stuff. And I dropped out of college. That was in 2017 or 18. I feel old. But yeah, so I did that. And in 2023, that's when I kind of like fully went into business. At the beginning of the year, I started my agency, SaaS business in e-com. I scaled e-com to 6 figures in revenue. But at one point, it got like really bad. So I was feeling burnt out. I was feeling trapped because all I was doing, I didn't have systems, right? Like we're talking about systems. I didn't have any system. I was just basically, I was a business owner. I escaped the 9-to-5 grind. But essentially what I was doing, I was just chasing money. I was just chasing clients, chasing contracts, chasing all of the scaling without any systems into place. I almost lost everything because of stress. So you cannot see it in like these pictures, but I was super stressed out. It was bad. Like I was getting, like my friends, they like, we always talk about this. Like I literally like almost had a subscription to like these hospitals because like I was going in and out for like checkups. I didn't feel right at all. So it got really bad. And overall, I wasn't happy and I felt stuck. So in 2024, I started my personal brand from zero and I grew an audience of over 150,000 people. And then I reached this turning point in which I changed my entire model. Because initially, I started essentially showing people how to sell digital products. And I did that with a free PDF guide, a free course. Then eventually I started to sell my own course. And I went through like that entire phase, but at one point I changed my entire model. And that actually helped me now scale to 5 figures. I started working only with my soulmate clients, helping high ticket coaches get to 10K plus per month by working less than 4 hours a day and essentially helping them become unlocked creators. Now this model, I'm going to share everything in this video. And this is essentially what helped me take my brand and take my coaching business from your regular like content creator, funnel type of business to an unlocked creator, someone who relies on systems and someone that creates an entire ecosystem, this entire network for people to actually grow and scale. So this is what I've been doing so far. This is how I got here. I still got so much more to do. Currently, I'm focused on scaling the entire business, scaling the brand, my community, Unlock Creators. But let's go forward because we got a lot to get into here. So step number 1, guys, you need to design your coaching business based on your dream life, right? So it's all about actually being intentional with whatever you're trying to do. So I got this quote from Richie Norton, and he said, "Intentional living is the art of making our own choices before others' choices make us." So I thought that was really cool because it's all about, with life, with business, with relationships, it's all about understanding the reason why we are doing things in the first place. And this applies to a coaching business as well, if you actually want to build it to fuel your dream life. See, most people build their business by default. That's most people. But an unlocked creator builds their business by design. And I call this intentional business design. See, you gotta ask yourself, what are my dream standards? So before going into any strategy, what are my dream standards here? For myself, for example, I have a couple, such as 4 hours of deep work per day. So that is one of my golden standard. I don't want to work 15 hours a day. I used to do that. Now I just want to rely on 4 hours of deep work every single day. And outside of that, I do reading, some light work, research. I think about strategies, about systems a lot. So that's a golden standard. Second one for myself is I want to work only with soulmate clients. I only want to work with people that know what they want, that really go in, that are dedicated, and that are essentially on my sort of wavelength. Because there's no reason, when it comes to a successful coaching business, you cannot help everyone, and there's no reason to push things. So it's all about getting those soulmate clients, which is what I'm going to help you do as well. Third one, being able to travel whenever I want, not needing to rely on millions of followers. No calls in the morning, for example. This is a dream standard for me, a golden standard. I don't want to do calls in the morning. That is a no for me, because in the morning, I like to meditate. I like to do the deep work. I like to go to the gym, so no calls. And last but not least, at least for myself, and these are only a couple, no one telling me what to do. You have to really ask yourself, what are my dream standards here? How do I want my life to be? How do I want my business to be? And you go from there. Because it's all about, like I said, being intentional with the way you design your business. So right now, practical advice, take a piece of paper, take your phone and write down some constraints, some dream standards, some non-negotiables for your business, so you know where you stand. So you don't go in, because what I see a lot of people do, and I fell into this trap myself, they're essentially creating another job and prison for themselves. And especially when we're talking about a coaching business, an unlock creator doesn't do that, right? It's all about freedom. So it's all about creating the business around the type of lifestyle that you desire for yourself. Now, your coaching business should be the catalyst that brings your dream life to reality. I'm gonna say it again. Your coaching business should be the catalyst, right, that brings your dream life to reality. So this is you right here, and all of it, your values, your interests, your skills, your constraints. This could be, the dreams that you have, the dreams, every single thing, small passions. Your business needs to bring all of this together, and it needs to bring your dream life to reality. Unless you want a prison for yourself, you need to really dig deep and look at what are my core passions, what are my core values, what are my interests, what are my skills, how do I want my life to be like, and then you go from there. And what I suggest is to actually, get a piece of paper and start writing a day, right? Start writing a day in my life. This is what I've done as well. Write a day in your life. Write the manifesto of your day. Because you'll see most people are not doing this, and what ends up happening is, yes, you might be able to make some money with the business, you might be able to scale, but at the end of the day, it's not focused around how you actually want to live. So do you want to work 15 hours a day, or do you want to work 4 hours a day? You have to ask yourself that. Do you want to have the freedom, or do you want to have the prison? Do you want to be imprisoned by your own business? And what I really suggest with a coaching business like this, especially if you want to build it around your dream life, is to study the hero in the mirror. You guys got to excuse my not so pretty handwriting, but it all starts with the hero in the mirror. And this is something like quite deep that not a lot of people are talking about. I'm talking about this in my coaching program. So what is the hero in the mirror? This is you. It's essentially someone that started here, let's say start, and they went through trials, tribulations, they learned things, and now they want to get to here. So this is, let's say, your goal. And this could be 10,000 a month, or living in Miami, or whatever your goal is, right? And you are the hero. And so you have to study what are the lessons that you learned along the way. So let's call these lessons. What are the top skills that you gained along the way? What are the revelations that you gained along the way? What is it that you really learned, and what stories have actually changed you? And you do this because you need to get clarity yourself on what exactly is your why. Like, what is your motivation for doing this? What is your why? The best guides in the world, the best mentors, the best coaches, they have this down. They have the why. They know the reason they're doing the things that they're doing. Now, your why could be money. It could be fame. So some people just want to get famous. But ideally, your why needs to be something in terms of helping others that are on the same path as you once were on. So I read this quote once, I heard it in a podcast, and it's like, you are positioned to help the person you once were. So please understand that when it comes to coaching, when it comes to mentoring, if you actually want to develop a business with this, if you want to grow, you are most powerfully positioned to help the person you once were. And that's why I mentioned studying the hero, studying your journey so far, because that will give you the clarity in terms of okay, I can talk about this, I can get these lessons, and I can talk about that with the content, with my programs. A lot of people don't do this. A lot of people, they want to start something and they want to just go in a niche that they have nothing to do with. They don't even understand that niche. So it's all about understanding that in this current market right now, with the biggest AI happening, everything happening, this is the big market, right? So this is big market. Everyone has an offer, everyone, there's so many different things happening, but what you can bring to the table, let's do a small bubble in here, and this is you. What you can bring is your own unique story. So your hero journey, let's call it. And this is what you can bring to the table with your personal brand, with your coaching business. Because no matter what niche you're in, let's say you're in the digital marketing space, the story that you went through, nobody went through that. And the lessons that you learned and your perspective and your style, nobody has that. And when you're really in touch with the hero in the mirror, that's when you can actually deliver something unique. Because this is what we want. So it all starts with delivering something unique, because nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can take your story, your pain, your lessons, your experiences from you. So just a small recap on this, if I can stop drawing here. Small recap: intentional business design. What are your dream standards? And you need to realize an unlock creator builds their business by design, not by default. Intentional living, the art of making our own choices before others' choices make us. So right now, grab a piece of paper, and if you actually want to do this, or if you're already doing this and you need a little bit more clarity, if you're kind of lost, grab a piece of paper and ask yourself, what are the lessons I've learned along the way? What stories have really changed me? How do I want my dream life to be? And then you build everything upon that. Step 2 with this is to define your soulmate client. So remember, like the chaotic business owner that deals with nightmare clients, you want to deal with the people that you're really in tune with, the soulmate clients. But first, before actually attracting them, you need to define your soulmate client. So first of all, what problems do they struggle with? Right? What problems do they struggle with? What is their dream outcome? What do they need help with the most? Answer these questions and be super specific. And then most importantly, what is the transformation that you bring in their life? So super important, like nothing matters more than the transformation that you're bringing with your coaching, with your mentorship. And so you need to be super clear on what kind of transformation you want to bring in people's lives. So some examples with this. I help college graduates land their dream job. I help busy dads start their side hustle and get an extra 5K per month. I help video editors land 5 new clients every month. So it's all about having that clarity for the transformation that you want to bring to people. And when it comes to your soulmate clients, you need to understand their journey. So you need to define for your business all of these different stages. So you need to define the stranger in your audience, how they act, what are their interests, what are their goals. And you need to define all of this for leads as well. What is a lead? Well, it's someone that is, interested in your content. But you need to be super clear on how that person acts, like do their entire profiling. You need to understand your customer. What is a customer? Well, a customer is someone who spends money with your, let's say a lower ticket product. And then understanding your clients, this is someone who spends a lot of money with you. So someone that works one-on-one with you. And last but not least, obviously understanding the case studies, understanding the top performers and what actually separates all of these, the clients and the case studies from the rest. So you understanding the strangers, the leads, the customers, the clients, and the case studies will give you a lot of clarity in terms of who your soulmate clients need to be. And I say this from experience, like up until recently, like 3 months ago, I didn't even pay attention to the strangers that were interacting with my content, understanding their profile. And that's when, the community and the audience comes into play, because you always got to listen. You always got to look for the feedback. And in order to be successful, don't try to help everyone. What you need to do is you need to help a select group of people, right? So on the left in here, this is your typical chaotic business owner or coach that wants to help everyone. They just want to be this, this savior of the world, and they want to help everyone. But on the right side where we have Batman, this is your unlock creator. So this is you ideally. So you need to focus on just a few people, right? So try to help a select group of people. I'm giving my own example here. I'm only helping coaches. I'm only trying to help coaches like myself, in no matter what the niche is, but essentially people that want to help other people through coaching, through programs, through one-to-one high-ticket mentorship. I'm not trying to help, let's say, a DJ that wants to just grow their Instagram to get more shows. I could, but I understand my mission is helping people that are literally walking on the same path that I was on, because that's when I can provide the most amount of help. And this is what I suggest as well. For you, no matter what niche you're in, focus on the thing that you've actually done and focus on the things that you have experience with, and that's essentially your niche. Your niche is you. And in an ocean of offers, of products, of different things, you and your story, that is the leverage. So defining your soulmate client, super important. Ask yourself these questions. What problems do they struggle with? What is their dream outcome? And what do they need help with the most? And this will give you a lot of clarity based on that. Third thing is getting rid of your funnel. Let me explain. The problem with a funnel is you constantly need a large volume of leads to make money. So I'm gonna break it down for you here in a really simple way. So this is your typical funnel. You start off with organic content, posting, then you have a lead magnet. This could be a PDF guide, a free course, and then people get into your actual offer. You get some clients from there, and then you try to actually make those clients happy and possibly get some case studies. The issue with this is that it is based on sales. So it's sales-based conversion. This basically means that you constantly need to post, you constantly need to sell, you constantly need to get on sales calls, you constantly need to just be in motion for the actual funnel to work. Because what you're hoping to get is tons and tons of traffic, of people coming in through your funnel so that you can actually get some of them into your actual offer and make some money. And this is exhausting. And I made the same mistake when I started. And 90% of online coaches struggle with, getting enough traffic in their funnel. They cannot get people to say yes. They don't have one clear offer and they offer multiple things, which is the worst thing you can do with a business like this. Because people will just get lost in your offer. Nobody's gonna have the clarity. Nobody's gonna understand what you're actually doing. And most importantly, you're gonna deal with burnout and lack of clarity. And that is really bad. Most creators, they rely on the wrong model. So this was, by the way, this was me when I started. I was, selling a PDF guide, giving away a free course, trying to do some one-to-one calls, trying to give away free resources here and there, try to sell a paid course. And I actually made a lot of money with that. And then I went to paid mentorship as well. And you doing all of this, people will not understand. It's really, it's this think of yourself when you're going to a restaurant. If you open up the menu and they got 5,000 options, you're gonna take 40 minutes to pick one. Whereas if you go to a nice restaurant, they have a simple one-page menu with 3 options, that's only gonna take you 2 minutes to decide. So the more products you're trying to sell and offers, the more confused your audience is gonna be. And that's the thing, most coaches, they throw everything at their audience hoping something sticks. They're slaves to the algorithm and constantly getting huge amounts of traffic that just doesn't convert. And most coaches, they deal with what I like to call the triangle of death. This is basically expensive traffic, nightmare leads, nightmare clients, and low profits. And this is the recipe for disaster. Because traffic is getting more and more expensive. If you're relying on the classic old funnel, when you constantly need huge amounts of traffic, you constantly want to go viral, you're gonna have low profits and people are just gonna be a nightmare to work with. So this is the triangle of death. So when it comes to growing a coaching business, there are 2 types of growth. We have linear growth. So you have money on this side and time on this side. And essentially with a linear growth, you spend 1 year and then let's say you make 10K. And then you spend 2 years and you double that. You spend 3 years and you do 30K. This is your typical growth. So most people are here and most people are actually plateauing in here and they hit that ceiling and they don't even grow anymore. And this is your funnel growth, right? So with the funnel, that's usually what happens. You need so many people, so much traffic into your funnel to actually make some money by the end of it, this is super linear and it doesn't allow you to create that ecosystem for you to actually grow exponentially, because there is another type of growth, which is exponential. So the exponential growth, again, we have money, we have time, it goes like this. That's the exponential curve. You know, you're kind of low in here, and then at one point, boom, you go like this. And this is independent of the time, as you can see. You can grow, you can 10x, 20x your business exponentially in half a year. And most, like, I would say only like 0.5% of actual coaches are here. And this is what I'm trying to help you understand and to help you implement as well. So the question now, right, is, okay, Andre, I got it, you know, like exponential growth, it sounds good, but how do you ensure exponential growth for your coaching business, right? So how do you actually do that? Well, the answer in here is you need to implement what I like to call the unlocked flywheel OS, or the UFOs, right? So this is easy to remember. You just think of aliens, UFOs. So what is a flywheel? We talked about a funnel, but what is a flywheel? A flywheel is a system in which each component reinforces the others, leading to a cycle of exponential growth. And in order for us to better understand this, I have some examples here of the biggest companies in the world, so that we can go through their flywheel, their entire system that produces energy and compounds energy, as opposed to the funnel, which just wastes energy. And we can see why the things are working the way they are. So we got in here, we got Amazon. So Amazon, they start with obviously more buyers. So the more buyers Amazon gets, they're able to bring in more sellers, because people see that people are buying on Amazon. So obviously people want to sell on Amazon. So it's all about an ecosystem. More sellers leads to bigger selection. Bigger selection then leads to a better value proposition for Amazon, and also low prices. Low prices, they get, you know, lower search results, and obviously lower prices for the actual products, and the fixed cost per unit. So this is an entire system. So the more, essentially, the more buyers Amazon gets, the more sellers they get on the platform, then the bigger the selection they have, then the lower the prices, the better the customer experience for the people, for the buyers, the lower the prices, and therefore they're able to take their company to such a level that no one else can keep up. So this is the entire point of having a flywheel. So we looked at Amazon, let's look at Google. So the more users Google get, they get better data and experience to actually improve their algorithm. They get better search performance based on that. And then that leads to association of brand with good results. That leads to lower searching costs, which leads to higher frequency of usage, which in the end brings in even more users. So Google is such a powerful flywheel, and it's essentially this ecosystem that never stops. And that's the entire point, is like you create a mechanism. You don't just rely on a typical like funnel, you know, you rely on a flywheel that keeps producing, and that once you get people in there, that produces more results, more money, and overall just a better experience. And we have Walmart as well. So the same thing, the more sales they get a lower fixed cost per unit, leads to lower prices, in turn leads to brand association with low prices, lower searching costs, all of that leading to more sales. So you get the point. This is the flywheel. And unlike funnels, flywheels rely on what? They rely on leads quality. So funnels leak energy, while flywheels store and compound it. So the unlocked flywheel OS is this. Let me just zoom out so you can see. So this will help you create an ecosystem that will nurture and convert your soulmate leads into soulmate clients. And since I've implemented this, everything took off for me, and I'm at a point now where I just, not only I have the clarity, but I get to work with the people that I want to work with, and The business is just more fun. So let's go through the flywheel right now. We're starting off with the soulmate leads. Now, you can choose your favorite platforms. I would suggest to pick one, master it, tops 2 platforms. In my case, I picked YouTube and Instagram. So these are the soulmate leads. Essentially, you post content about the stuff that you love, the stuff that your audiences love, really educational, super high value. You provide a lot of value, and then you're going to attract your soulmate leads. And there are 2 ways you can get these leads. You can get them organically, right? So just posting content, and you can get them with ads. And in the next videos in the series, I'm gonna walk you through both of the methods, but it's super simple. Essentially, what you do with both, you create content that appeals to your target audience. You can even call them out. If you're doing online fitness coaching, you could say something like the best book for online fitness coaches, something like that like really draws them out. The idea is to actually focus on the leads quality and bringing in those soulmate leads into your flywheel. Now, once they're there, you're going to want to advance them to community members. So this is the loyal community in the flywheel. Now, the loyal community, it could be on School. In my case, it is on School. So this is essentially a free community in which you nurture those soulmate leads. So the people that are already super interested in what you have to say, you bring them into a place like School, for example, and it could be for free, in which you essentially build that connection with them. You build that strong rapport that goes beyond the Instagram, it goes beyond the YouTube. You can even do one-to-one here, like one-to-one onboarding calls. You can do like group coaching, right? With people, webinars, workshops. I mean, the opportunities here are endless. To essentially what you want to do with the loyal community is to get those people, to the soulmate leads, to become loyal community members. Now, once the people are loyal in your community, then it's time to actually turn them into your dream customers. And you do this with your unlocked product. Now, your unlocked product could be a paid community, which is what I really recommend. And you essentially provide an advanced version of that free community in here. So this is amazing because, again, once people are really loyal in your free community, once you provided a lot of value, you could do a video that basically shows people, hey, this is what my paid community looks like. If you guys love the free one, you can join the paid one. And in the paid one, you provide even more value. You create an amazing experience for them. And that's when you turn them into dream customers. And so the flywheel, now we're at the most important element, which is the hero offer right here. The hero offer is basically your golden thing, the thing that you can do the best for people, which is the one-to-one mentorship, the high impact mentorship. This is when you turn people into soulmate clients. And once people become your soulmate clients from your paid community, then you turn them into case studies, you get amazing results for them, and then the case studies fuel your content as well, and they incentivize your soulmate leads to join and advance through the flywheel. So this is the entire idea here. You do not need millions of followers, you don't need a huge audience, you don't need to rely on luck. You just need to bring in the soulmate leads, even if it's just 20 people in your free community. Let's do this small exercise here. So if it's 20 people in your free community, right? So 20 for the free. From those 20, let's say you convert 5 to your paid. And this could be low ticket. This could be something like $99 per month, right? And then from those 5, let's say you convert 2 of them to your high ticket. And for example, with your hero offer, let's say you are selling your program, your one-to-one program for $2,000, right? So $2K. 2 people, that is $4,000 in your bank account just from 20 people into your free community. Why? All because of the flywheel, because you don't need to rely on constant cold traffic from like random people. You just bring in the people that are really, really aligned with your message, with your mission. And that way you allow them to go through the entire flywheel. Now, obviously not everyone is going to go through this, but a high percentage, if you actually apply this, and I'm going to help you throughout the series, really implement this system into your business, a really high percentage of people will actually get into your hero offer, because this is the target with this entire flywheel, getting people here and providing the best results for people. And once you get your soulmate clients, your entire life will change, because you can see the difference between this and a classic, like typical funnel in which you just try to sell a course. So once your soulmate leads enters the flywheel, the nurturing basically begins. So like I said, it's an ecosystem in which you constantly, it runs 24/7 and you constantly nurture people. So this is like with my own example here. I don't know if you guys can actually see the photos because they're quite blurred, but these are basically my channels. So it's YouTube and Instagram. And from here, I bring people into my free school community. And here it's awesome. You guys will be able to join. We have courses, we have a lot of resources. We do masterclasses, workshops. We have a creators lounge. We have conversations in the forum. So it's amazing. And then basically from here in the free community, I'm offering another way for people to get help with my paid community. And then the final destination is the one-to-one program with me, in which I'm able to help people the most. So this is the entire idea of the flywheel. So let's kind of do a small recap in here. Basically, your typical funnel would look something like this. And with, you know, your unlocked creator business, your coaching business, you apply the unlocked flywheel OS. So you go from, you attract soulmate leads into your loyal community, then some of those people into your unlocked products, and then some of those people you upgrade and you bring them into your hero offer, and then you turn those soulmate clients into case studies, and it all goes like that. In the next videos, I'm gonna help you with more systems, crafting your actual offer and attracting soulmate leads, and obviously scaling to 10,000 plus per month with the unlocked flywheel OS. So I'll catch you in the next video.